Yeah, hi. Time is about 6:06. Yeah, this is my close of work log for today. I think today I'm proud of something. I did not overfill my to-do list. I ticked everything on my to-do list, despite the fact that everything was to move me towards my goal. Yeah, I still don't have internet access. So if you're watching this video at this moment, you're probably watching it after I have shot it. I have like a good number of days. So today's tasks woke up by today I woke up by today I hit the snooze. I hit the snooze button. But recently I've been hitting the snooze button. But the irony is that I don't go back to sleep. I just stay in the bed. Then while I'm on the bed, there are things that I do while I'm on the bed. One thing is I just start thinking of ideas in my head. Just random ideas. It's like instead of my meditation where I cross my legs on the bed, I just lay down because I can't sleep. Start thinking of different ideas in my head, play around, start questioning some thoughts that I have, trying to be as logical as possible. I mean, because from the meeting I had in my friend the other day yesterday, yeah, we had we had big disagreements, which almost made me question who he is or his character. But I said no. This is somebody who I'll say his judgment might be skewed, or my judgment might be skewed towards maybe his own skewed towards left leaning, mine is skewed towards right leaning. So instead of me trying to like cancel his judgment, I should see things from his perspective and see whether they hold water or not. So for example, he talks about how Kamala Harris would school Trump in the presidential debates. That to me, I don't entirely buy that. Yeah, she might have been a prosecutor, very articulate, a woman, plus she's black, so she will have massive support from the inclusive community, also from the black community. We have people who want to support women. So yeah, I think that's that's possible. But on the other hand, I think the left may have pushed things too far. Too far. I'm not watching the Olympics because I don't have time for the Olympics. For crying out loud, how many, I barely even follow up on any sport. And then, talk less of the Olympics, but I'm seeing the amount of backlash that the Olympic is getting. And this, my friend, calls it creativity. I'm not a Christian, but I'm pretty certain that when you step or when you trample on the beliefs of people and you try to slide in jokes like creativity, you actually you actually run the risk of, because when he called it creativity, he said creativity tries to bring something, just be creative. So in being creative, you might offend some people. So I took a step back. I said, well, Christians were attacked. That's a topic for another day. I believe that Christians have really, really lost it. They've really lost it. But to just sit down and look at a number of people and mock their belief is not. I don't entirely believe that that's right, because, I mean, if you go ahead and mock certain people, just in certain religions, they'll go after you, and they'll go after you as hard as they can, even as much as offering themselves. So I believe everyone should be respected, regardless of their belief. Then, there's this concept I've been playing with in my head, and I got it from Alan Watts. And he said something about Zen Buddhism not making growth an option, because when a system grows a bit too big, it becomes very difficult. It means you have increased the chances of the information being diluted, and being diluted, you introduce you introduce some extra possibility of information being corrupted or the system or as a whole being corrupted. Now it was talking about Zen Buddhism, but I don't want to like misquote him, so I shouldn't go into that. And I'll be reasoning, okay. So the Christians trying to grow as much as possible had to adopt certain beliefs. Now I wouldn't say those beliefs. I would say I believe they were necessary for the evolution of mankind, and they were necessary for, should I say, things like free thinking. But they come with a downside. Trying to appeal to everyone, you have to let the barriers of what you believe and value have to go just a little bit. You have to be flexible, and when you are too flexible, for the sake of allowing people, it's like having an open mind, where having an open mind is not the issue, but the issue is people want to just walk into your life and throw what they feel they can throw into your life, which is the problem of having an open mind in the first place. I'm just checking the time because I need to stop recording like by 7. I want to improve on my sleep quality. Improve is the word. I'm not entirely obsessed about having long hours of sleep. I just want to make sure that I'm in bed, and then knowing that a nighttime routine is as important as a morning routine. So that was something that he said. That's something that he said. So let me look at my, because I wrote some thoughts down today. Oh, mind you, while you're working, once in a while you get to have some thoughts that will not help you while you're working. So what I do is I write them down. So that when I'm available, or I'm able to treat these thoughts, I can treat them. So just in case, that is a way of being productive. Now, this same friend made a statement saying that a lot of Nigerians regret migrating to the Western world because a good number of them want to come back, but they can't come back for different reasons. So they are very envious of people who live in Nigeria. And I don't entirely buy their idea because it's their choice. And then, first of all, it's their choice. But on the other hand, there's a saying from this guy, Miyamoto Musashi, where he talked about, if you do not like where you, it's a lesson from his book rather, if you don't like where you stay, then move. But as soon as possible, you get to realize that it's not about where you live, but it's about how you live. And then he said something, then another thought that I had from another take was, you cannot fix an internal problem with an external solution. And then that was my point there, was that a lot of people who move, they move for the sake of just moving. A lot of them don't have like an actual plan, something they want to actually do when they get there. They would rather just accept the basics of life than actually make things work where they are. Like what that means is that if the basics of where they are fails over there, then they have no choice. They have to move somewhere else. Then the question now is, how do we live in such a way that no matter where we are, we can get things done? And the thought of Nabarro Ravikant saying that if you drop him in any English-speaking country, he can be rich in 5 years, to prove a point that being rich or becoming rich is not by luck. Becoming rich is by principles. It's strictly by, like, you can be stupid, apply a couple of principles, and then get rich. I'm not a fan to want to talk about financial issues here because I don't think I personally do not think I have experienced what they call it, enough financial success to speak on certain topics. In the same way, some people who are broke say things like that money is not everything. Yeah, we agree money is not everything, but are you saying it from a place of you having it, or from a place of you not understanding it? Because that too is also super important. Because one thing I've come to realize is that in my opinion, I don't think there is something so glamorous, there's anything glamorous in having, as a man, having a high body count. You may see some sense of glamour in attracting a lot of girls because it means you are doing something that's very, very right as a man. It means you've built yourself, you're working on your purpose, you're working on something that's glorified. But having a high body count, something that I still do not understand how or why it should be glamorized, because recently I've been becoming more comfortable with girls. And so that I have done some things. I have done some things which I don't think I should self-incriminate here. But it's not self-incriminate. It's basically just talking to multiple people and doing multiple people at the same time. I've gotten to realize this. At the very core of it, it's actually distracting. Maybe if I'm not yet in my work, in my timeline of work, in the sense of I'm in my 20s, I'm investing for my 30s. Maybe if I was in my 30s, I would have had more chance to accommodate these women. But and I'm referring to like very quality women, not the cheap. Not me calling them me saying cheap women makes it sound like I'm objectifying them, but apologies for that, because I'm trying my possible best to want to see them as people to interact with, despite the fact that some of them act in manners that make me think otherwise. But regardless, I shouldn't use the few to judge the whole. So where I'm going to is if you're probably watching this, you shouldn't buy into the idea of you need to have like a large number of women just for you to feel fulfilled. It's not practical. It's not wise for you to do. However, what is wise, hear me right, what is wise for you to do is simple, is figure out what you want in life. Figure out what you need to get done in life and get it done. If women are your priority, good for that. But I'll tell you that there are other things you can do that you make your priority, which I think you already know. And to be very, very sincere, like I was speaking to one guy who I'm going to have in a podcast very soon. We mentioned that it's funny how a lot of men want to chase cheap pleasure. I'll say cheap pleasure. So they look for the ladies who can offer them cheap pleasure all their life. But when it's time to get married, they magically want to flip the switch in their head. Well, I'm sorry. It's going to be very, very difficult. Now, I'm not someone that will be always there to say you should stay loyal or something, or you should stick to only one person. People have different beliefs, have different values. But I kind of think that the thing you're looking for, the thing you seek, are the things you find. So overnight, you just can't just flip your switch to find the wife material when all your life you have been chasing the women who are the opposite of what you want in the future. That's a personal belief and what I'm working with. So with that, I would say, to be very frank, I would say by default, I'm tall, I'm attractive. So a lot of girls flock to me, but I just have to be careful of who I think I allow in my space. I mean, because everything takes effort. Nothing comes free and easy, right? So I don't see why I should chase personal belief, why I should chase, or rather, why I don't see the need to why I should chase what I know I really don't want in the long term. Yeah, it may be nice enough to have those pleasures once in a while. It's like, consider it like sugar. Yeah, we would like to have sugar, but it will be okay if we keep it in a very healthy dose. In a very, very healthy dose. Yeah. Let me see. I think that's about it. So I think that all that was just talking. And I think I like this method of journaling, keeping a public journal. I think that's the series, keeping a public journal, while I'm documenting my ideas of being a full stack man. And being a full stack man is the most virtuous thing you can do as a man in the modern day today. Topic for another day. Then I just recorded a video telling people how they can be productive. My message was simple. Productivity is simple. The only people who make it complex are people who have something to sell you in the background. I mean, you can make things simple and yet still sell the simple system to somebody, but no. You rather make it complex so that they create an image in your head. So the image that's created in your head makes it very difficult for you to take action. But if you can break things down into things that you know you're confident you can get done. For example, if you have like a project, it can be broken down into maybe milestones. In those milestones, what I do is I break them into concepts. That concept, I break them into bullet points that I tick off maybe 30 minutes, 25 minutes. I feel like anything above 30 minutes might feel difficult. So I know that when I'm done with something, I ask myself intentionally, should I continue the next 30-minute sprint, or should I take a step back and then go and rest? Because today I felt a lot of stress weighing on me. That's something that I felt some pound in my chest, heavy pound. I just felt like I could just drop on the ground. So since then, I just felt like since I've ticked all my boxes for the day, I might as well just go and rest. So I went to watch a movie called The Hitman. So I forced myself to watch that movie. I had to force myself to watch it because I'm already having stress. My heart is showing. And sometimes I ask myself, why don't I just go to the hospital? To be very, very frank, I really don't know why. I'm a firm believer that at the end of the day, the answer is rest. Maybe, and to be very, very frank, these days I look at things like, can I say the word here? I look at things like the end of life, and I just wonder, why are people afraid of it? I mean, I'm not saying you should do something stupid, but it's really nothing to fear, because it shouldn't be that bad. It should be as good as going to sleep and not waking up again, because we all are going to go to sleep someday and not just wake up again. So I don't mean to scare anyone. I mean to scare anyone. So that was what ended my work day for today. So watching a movie, then after watching a movie, I kind of figured that I have a lot of video ideas I want to share. So the problem is not the ideas now. The problem is there are so much, and inside those so much videos I have to share, I have some idea I could see and say, damn, that idea is really good. I should jump on it. But if I look down 2 lines below, I'm seeing new ideas. So I've been having, should I say, idea overload. So I just picked an idea and felt like, you know what? Productivity advice is ruining your productivity, or most productivity advice are rubbish. Try this instead. I basically gave the basics, because a lot of people try to go for the advanced stuff without fixing the basic stuff, and it just causes a lot of frustration, back to back. So I think by the time that video is out, it could be 2-3 months from now. So please feel free to check it out. Keep it at the back of your mind. You can leave a comment, and your comment, if you want that video, I can point it out to you. But I'm pretty sure, before all this my journals take off, I put up some videos on the real channel, and then Yeah, I don't know. These videos are becoming just much more interesting as I do them, as I'm present in the act. Not not trying to. I'm not trying to grant. Yes, I'm going on audience, but I'm not. I don't get to like create this content anymore because of I need to create so I can grant audience. No, I'm creating the content from a place of I'm actually enjoying the process of creating it. So whether they come or not, I think I've touched this point over and over again because that's to show you how if you're watching this right now, if you notice, they are barely editing my videos. I barely script my videos. I speak from my heart, speak from my head. I may have some written bullet points somewhere. I don't do SEO optimization on my videos. I just create something that is on both channels. This one is to document like my journal. The other one is like where I like share things that I have practiced about. Hopefully, somebody will find it very, very valuable and share it. So that's what I have for today. This is already 6:27. I want to like quickly take up some videos. I did them. Yeah, this is my study time. So 6:30 to 7:30 is my study time. And I'll go for a walk. From my walk, I think I'll probably try to reach out to my internet service providers so they can please restore my link back. I've lost a lot of things. I have spent so much data on my other backup that it's pretty ridiculous. Like it's pretty ridiculous. But these are the prices we pay because what excuses do I have? Right now, the data I paid for my backup is actually exhausted. So I think I will just use that as an excuse to go to bed early today and rise really fresh today. So that's it. I'm still having those chest pain. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. And bye for now.